the Fifth Amendment says you can't deprive someone of life, liberty, or property. It doesn't matter, I guess, if they're an illegal alien or a citizen that's been here for many generations. Now, we have sent millions of people out of the country that were here illegally. They didn't have the paperwork to say they were here legally. Probably just find out if they're from another country. You have to find that out because they could be someone that doesn't speak English but is actually a citizen or a resident, green card person. So you have to make sure that happens. Now, I think they hadn't been much of a rigmarole of sending out millions before President Trump tried to send them to a prison. When you send somebody to a prison, you definitely are infringing on that law of liberty. You're not taking their life. Now, their property, they might have acquired a lot of property if they're illegal here over the years. So that's something that has to be dealt with. If they're just here a year, they probably have something also. Might have a vehicle, different things. So you can't just kick them out and take that away and they're out of luck. If they are going to go to a prison, which that needs to be faced in court, and I don't think it's legal at all. We do have legalities when we send somebody to a same country. They're in our prison. They got put away in our prison for committing crimes in our country. And then if their country wants them, and I think as I read, where the prisoner has to go along with it and say, yeah, okay, I'll go there. That's the only time we can, and we have done, send a foreigner illegal here to their same country's prison. Now, what President Trump has done, it's something new to send them to a prison. They weren't coming from our prison. Most of them, 90%, they say didn't have any criminal history. They just trying to get figures that are from people from Venezuela, because the talk was they were from a gang, and now the terrorist gang, and now the invasive gang. Okay. The laws in question that the government used, and the idea of sending them to a foreign prison still needs to be debated, but they're not. That's not something we can do. We could have sent them to Venezuela, back to Venezuela, made a deal with the Venezuelans, or get them close enough to another country, then they can walk across the border, or however they get there. Well, we can't put them in a jail, prison, with an unknown, plus an unknown time being there. I mean, plus a prison that's below our standards for cruel and unusual punishment, a whole bunch of things. And it's all going to come back on the Trump administration. But it seems to me, and that's all I can talk about, is that if they're just a regular illegal alien and you get them out of the country, you have to respect their property. They're not losing their life or liberty. But if you're going to send somebody to prison, you're going to have make sure who they are. And I doubt if you can do it anyway. You could probably just send them out of the country and not have a prison involved. So anyway, they'll clarify that along the way. I know people are picked up by the border all the time and bus back across the border into Mexico. Been doing that for years. And they just have to know that they're not a citizen of the United States or a resident, and they're here illegally, and then our country can take them out, put them across the border. All right, that's all I got to say.